I just explain how really use in real life projects, why it's needed, and why like it's a separate data type is separated in two parts, primary and secondary, means primitive data type and non-primitive data type. So why it's a separate? So first we come to the our main file. So here I just come to open my terminal. So most things I will just cover. Okay, you guys need to, so no need to terminal. Demo dot custom. So this is our, so basically we can write a script inside a script. Basically we have two type of data. Okay, first one is primary, second one is secondary. Okay, so basically two type of data. So first things is in data type. So what is data type? Okay, so basically data type is like we can say it's a data where we can just identify what was the type of the data. Type means I have a lot of types of data. Basically in we can say, suppose say hi, and I am telling 007 or suppose @ hi, anything we are telling. Okay, like true, like true or false or like that, anything we can write. But what happened, for few scenario we have just clarify what is the data. Okay, and after that what was the data type, because suppose like Rakshita always reply on okay or not okay. Okay, and not okay. Okay, and suppose Akash replying only true or false, true or false. Okay, listen very carefully. So these languages we easily understand. Okay, these type of languages we understand, means Rakshita telling yes or no, so okay or not, like Akash telling true or false. True means okay, false means not okay. Someone telling yes or no, like Madhuri telling yes or no. Okay, so we understand easily, we understand these words easily, but the thing is how you just explain your machine these languages, because machine didn't understand these type of languages. Okay, so basically when developer develop JavaScript, so they create few types. Means if you give, like in this scenario, they will understand, but they keep in separate type. Means it's a data also, but they give different type. Yes or no is also is a data. Okay, so they are also keep in separate. Okay, now if I'm telling what I'm replying, I'm replying 1 and 0 for. Okay, so it's also data, but they just keep as a separate. Okay, so this means our machine didn't understand the type. Okay, so that's why when they are developing JavaScript, they keep in separate types. Okay, so I hope you guys have understand. Any doubt? Okay.
No, agree.
Okay, so in primary, later we'll see, in one variable we store multiple type of data, but we are just learning primary data type. So in primary data type, developer like a create separate like a categories and give it to separate name as for as for input fields. Like if I'm giving numbers, so it will change directly as a number. It's a data type. So this data type is applicable only for primitive data type. Okay, you can if you assign the data a variable. So first we'll see what is variable. So before data type, we just know what is the variable. So basically, what is the variable? Variable is a container, nothing but. Rakshita always tell, nothing but. So same line, nothing but. It's a storage. Okay. Variable keep and store the data. Okay. Its values not consist, means not fixed. Anything you can give. But here is also two things, two questions also. Variable like x, y, z. Here what happened? Anything if you give, like this type of is called is a variable. Variable is basically store the data values. Okay, but which type of values they are storing? It's also two types. Okay, first one is dynamic type. Dynamic are first dynamic, second are is constant. Basically dynamic type, if you take input from users, so they put it any types of data. Okay. They also put x and y. We didn't do. But what is constant? Constant means if the value is fixed, like that. If I'm giving input 2, it's a value fixed, so it is a constant. Constant variables is those variables has value is fixed, you can't change. So this is the constant. So come to the main point. Okay, so in primary data types, okay, in primary data types, you can't change the value. Okay, you can't modify the value. Okay, suppose let x is equal to 3. If I want to change this 4, so we can change. No, we can't change. Like suppose I want x at -1 and x is equal to, I want to 6. I want to 6. So it will work. It won't work because primary data you can't change the value. Okay, it's a volatile nature. Okay, so in primitive data type we can't change. Okay, so in data types, basically 7 data types, so we didn't learn. Okay, our main focus is how to build logics. Okay, how to build logic. Okay, so suppose I have an input field. Okay, and I want to get this input field so last AI. Okay, so I have an input field and we'll see one by one what was the data type through input field. Okay, so first what I did, I select that input. Select input is okay. So after input dot is 2 seconds, we'll see that. So console.log, oh, set time is not, we just added a button, submit, input submit. Creating one function, we will see. Yeah, okay, I got it the value. Okay, I think everyone understand. I just simply target the ID. Already Rakshita explained selectors. So we have basically 3 selector and 2 universal selector. So in this selectors I just tag here like a query selector. It's a universal, but tag, you can select tag, you can select class, you can select ID, you can few thing also we can change, like a to also like a selector universal we are calling, or you can just tell him it's also selector. So query selector and query selector are okay. So these things are the selectors. So you can use any method which is suitable for you. Okay, I'm like selecting these things. If you are giving to a query selector, you can give it to query selector here, and you will give it to has, because If you are calling id, you can give it to has. Now we'll see also. It's working also. Okay, so which one is suitable? You can guys just take it, and it's better for your suitable. So okay, so I'm going to check what was the type of this input. Okay, control. Okay, so we'll see type of. Okay, so we'll see what was the type. It's a string. It's also a string. T or QE. Wow, it's also a string. So my question, why it everything they are giving as a string? You can see the result, or just zoom out. I'm zooming. It's visible.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Same-
bro.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
bro. Yes, bro.
Yeah. So anyone, can you tell me why, if I'm giving any numbers, why it's like a throwing a string? Okay, I just call also the value also, console.log input value. If I'm input only numbers, it's calling a string. Why? You just think and tell me. You have